Well, good morning. It's Crafty Nana here. I've been hard at work all week, flipping my thrift. So, the first item I showed you last week was this dress. I had it on with a black and white shirt. I said it was a little bit too short, but other than that, I really liked it and I love the pockets. Now, if you've been following me, you will know that I'm a little bit cuckoo about bugs. I love bugs. So I took the opportunity to paint bamboo and bugs all up my dress. These are actually bamboo weevils that I've painted on here. These three are. These are other bamboo bugs. And I think this is extremely cool. And I know I'm going to wear it. It gives me the chance to wear my beautiful bug jewellery and also my amazing bug scarf. So all in all, this is a total win. I put it with the charcoal because now it's got the grey lines down it. The charcoal skirt works perfectly well with it. And all in all, I think that this is wearable now. Just as it is, and an excuse to wear the bugs. I've even got bug rings on as well. So, yeah, I absolutely love this. I'm really pleased with it. Now, I've got two new pieces of jewellery on today that I think will really work very well with the bug necklaces. I don't often wear a lot of gold, but this set is, and I absolutely adore it. I love the earrings. I love the scarabs. So I found this green one with a little brass spikes on it, and I thought it worked really well because this has got like little spikes and things on it as well. And then I found a purple one. So these were 15 ringgit each, and they're both from Jalan, Japan. I didn't find them on the same day. I actually found this one yesterday. But I'm really, really pleased with them. This one had some really horrible, skanky wool tied through it, and I unpicked it. But I think now that it's unpicked, it looks really good, and I'll put some close-up photographs in for you to be able to see it. So, thrift flip number 1 is done, and I'm really pleased with it. It really does show what you can do with a little paint and a little bit of time. Just found pictures on my phone, painted them on it. Thrift flipped. Okay, number 1 done. Okay, so here is thrift flip number 2. As you can see, staying in the buggy theme. I think my daughter sent off for these and bought these online for me years ago, and I never did anything with them. They just sat in a box and got loved occasionally. But once I decided to do this flipping thing, these were high up on the agenda of something I wanted to use. So I cut a stencil. I cut another little tiny stencil, and I merged the two. I did a little bit of beadwork. I used a little bit of 3D contour paint. I used spray paint. I used gold acrylic paint. And I just painted it. I've taken some footage of the process, but I'm quite pleased with this. I turned it round. I reversed it so the back's now the front because the damage was at the back, and obviously I had to sew in a new bit of trim, and it will take a little while for it to age down the way the rest of it is. But it's done, and I'm really pleased with this. This is fun and funky, and when I want to wear my bees, and I've got a bee outfit that goes with it. So I'm wearing my bee rings, my Gucci, I'm wearing bee earrings, and I didn't think I needed a necklace with all this. Ta-da! So, thrift flip number 2, the bees are out, in force. I think there were 10 of them. Maybe 9, I don't know. Anyway, there were a lot of bees. So, there we go. Beelicious. I love it. One more twirl. Little cool funky dress. all done. Thoroughly enjoyed doing it. If I was a better seamstress, if I could, if I wasn't so slow for threading needles and everything, I would have probably done a little bit more embroidery with the beads, but I'm candid, quite honestly. Now I find, at my age, it's not that easy, so I just did what I could do, and I'm quite happy with it. It's enough. I don't really want to make it too bling, although I think this is fairly bling. All right, so are we on to a thrift flip number 3? That's even worse. Thrift 3. I can't say that. Anyway, let's have a look. Keeping on that buggy theme, here's number 3. Showed you this great big lavender shirt, lovely oversized, comfortable, big baggy shirt, and I have a pliqued, this big embroidered dragonfly on it. Now, my daughter bought this. She was buying something else, and in fact, I think it was the black braid. And to get free postage, she bought this as well. And I thought, well, I'm going to use that. So I spray painted and blanked out a couple of dragonflies in the background, and I had a little hole punch that cut little tiny dragonflies, so I put some of those on it as well, so that when I spray painted, you just get like little pale dragonflies flying around in the background, which I think is rather cute. I like it. I really do like it. Everything I've done, I believe, has made it more wearable. They are definitely things I would wear. I had this pair of earrings. They were actually, I bought one and it was actually a brooch and it was too tiny. I thought, well, I'm never going to wear anything that tiny. So I bought another one because they were very, very cheap, and I made them into earrings. So I also have beautiful enamel dragonfly earrings to go with my dragonfly t-shirt. So it's the twirl. I'm very pleased with it. Delighted, in fact. I love it. This is perfect for wearing for class, perfect for wearing for myself, comfortable, loose, baggy, and original, one-off, hand-designed piece of artwork at the same time as being a thrift shop recycled t-shirt. That is win, 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 win. Can't lose. You're recycling, you're upcycling, and you're making something that you will actually enjoy wearing. It's definitely a win. So that's number 3. So simple to do. Literally spray paint and an applique. You could actually do this yourself with different bits of fabric and just machine them on, or even paint one if you don't happen to have a shop that sells them. Make it yourself. But yes, I'm really pleased with this. And I'll move you on to the wild card. Right, so here's the wild card one. It's not really a flip, it's more of a make. I decided not to put the top with it that I showed you, because I thought that having made something in the traditional sort of batik, that I ought to put it with a traditional Malay Nonya sort of top, to keep the whole outfit traditional. There are occasions when I get invited to things where I have to sort of dress the part to complement the occasion, and this would be something that I could actually put on to wear and feel quite comfortable dressed as a local, basically. So what do we think? It is a beautiful piece of batik. I think the orangey red picks out the red in it quite nicely. I did originally imagine it with lots of pearls and lots of coral and stuff like that, very natural. But this jacket has got little tiny beads all embroidered down it, so these beads pick out that. But obviously you could still go the other route. You could make it very beachy, you could put on the very natural pearls and coral and wear it with something much sort of less formal. But yes, thank you, Leo. Very much appreciated. I really like it. I just made simple straps to go up it. I left a pleat at the side so that I could show off the other fabric and sit down. But all in all, very, very simple, very cute, traditional style. And I've had this jacket probably a good 10 years, so I'm not even counting that. And obviously the fabric was a gift, so this was a free one. Buy one, free one. Okay, so that is my wild card. It is quite wild, but it's also quite local, and I thought that it would be cool to celebrate the beautiful batiks that are made over here. I showed you lots of those when I was in Indonesia. Really, really lovely stuff. And the local design of top also is absolutely cute. Really, really sweet. Nice colours. Bright, makes you happy. I want to show you one last thing before I finish. It's not quite finished, but it's something I made to actually go with this, but I didn't finish it. Whilst I was playing with bugs, and I thought there weren't any bugs on this one, and I actually thought that I would make some buggy bits that actually went with it. And these, what I came up with, these are literally plastic bugs that I've put onto bangles and added bits and pieces and chopped up bits and put them together. And I think they're really fun. I don't think I've finished yet. I think they're going to have dangles, then they'll have pins put on them, and then you'll be able to wear them and bring the bugginess onto things that don't have enough bugginess. Just because bugs are all important to me, I absolutely love a bug. I will be back next week with an absolute mega haul. And then I've got a trip coming up to Thailand, so I want you to help me choose which outfits are going to be perfect for taking for a beach holiday. And so much coming up. Keep coming back. Thank you so much for being with me. Appreciate you all. Like, subscribe, and thank you to all my new viewers. I hope I keep bringing you content you like. If I don't, tell me. If there's things that you want that are different, tell me. I always love chatting to you. Bye for now, from the Crafty Nana. See you next week. Good morning, Crafty Nana here. And I'm starting my first thrift flip. I don't know why I have so much problem saying that, but I really do. So I'm having a go at the lilac dress. I've wetted it because I want a sort of soft, blurry effect on this one, and I want it full length, so I've wet the whole dress, and I've put plastic bag up through, and I'm just going to do one side, so I've just put that all on. I'm just trying to work out if I can get my tripod to stay there. I think it will. So, this is purely experimental. Definitely going to need to add some water to that. I don't mind if I get little lumps because I think that would make it more interesting, but obviously I can't have it too thick. So what I want to do is I want to get quite wet, broken It's quite funny actually because this is making it look a bit like bamboo. I quite like this. I might even have to add some like bamboo leaves to it. It's giving definite bamboo vibes. It's crossing some over onto the arm. Not quite what I wanted, but it's interesting. So, I think that's given very much vibes of bamboo. And so I'm almost thinking that I want to like put some bamboo leaves. Okay, so I think that's my first stage. I think I'm now going to leave this to dry and then decide whether I want to, well, I might even try it on, see whether that's enough without anything else, or whether I want to elaborate on it. Quite liking the sort of very whimsical, understated bamboo-iness of it. Get bottom a bit thicker because that's the... Right, so that's going to be this part done, and I will carry on with my next bit, and when this is dry I'll have a look at it on, see if I need to add more, what I need to add, and then I'll go. I've just decided that the last one was mostly flowers with a little bit of butterfly, but mostly flowers, and this one I've decided is definitely going to be bug themed because I do love my bugs. So the first t-shirt I did with bamboo, but I think I'm going to hand paint some bamboo weevils onto the bamboo, and they're like jewels, ruby red and bright orange. We'll see how we go with those. And the next one is going to be dragonflies. My daughter sent off for this beautiful dragonfly, and it's all stitched work, but it's got some lovely colours in it. So I've tried to match those colours up with a spray paint, and I'm going to do some little background dragonflies and see how it goes, and then I'll stitch that big one, give it an iron, and then stitch that big one on. So let's see what we can do with it. So my first job is to get my background dragonflies in. So I'm going to put, now because I don't want these to literally blow off the minute I put the spray can on, I am going to try and do it directing downwards, but I don't know if it's going to work or not. I just used a cutter to cut these little tiny dragonfly shapes out. They really are very minuscule, but I thought even if they just show up a little bit, it would be very cool, like little shadows, because dragonflies are very rarely on their own. My brother lives on the Tal Lake in the Philippines with his lovely wife, and they have clouds, literally clouds of dragonflies that all play around the top edge of the volcano, and it's absolutely, it's breathtaking, quite honestly. So I'm putting these on. Got one more, I think. They're not sticky. If I blow the paint too much, they will come off, but if I can just get them to stay long enough. Now, the colours I've chosen are all the colours that are in the main dragonfly. This is just ordinary spray paint, and I don't know how it's going to work, but I think it will work. I've done pretty well. I'm going to show you where I'm up to. I've had to hand stitch all the bees onto this because you can't machine stitch it. And I've actually turned it round and done this on the back because the missing piece of braid was on the front before, and as the neckline's pretty high anyway, it didn't really make any difference. I've fixed the braid as well. Oh, I've got a bit of cat fluff on there. Hang on 1 second. Cat fluff everywhere. So I fixed the braid as well, but obviously it's going to look very different to the fluffy stuff until it's been through the wash a couple of times, because it does look very different after it's been worn and got all fluffy than it does when it's brand new. But so I'd rather have them end at the back, where you don't notice it so much, than at the front. And there were a couple of little patches that I had to put in, and I might have to do a little bit of hand stitching just to edge them off. But, you know, I did the best I could. I'm not a needlewoman, really. I just fudge things up. So this, I started hand sewing it, and then I got a new sewing machine. It's so exciting. And it does things. Look, it does all sorts of things. Never had one like this before. My old one was very, very temperamental and bad-tempered, basically. So I've stitched this on. I used the machine for the second half after getting very bored with sewing it all by hand. I was almost tempted to maybe get some silver thread out and do the wings on the secondary dragonflies, but I chickened out at the moment. Maybe at a later date I might go back and do that, but we'll see. We'll see how it wears. And so I've still got the brown fabric and the brown top to do, and this is another project for another week. Look at this Zara skirt. It's absolutely stunning, so that's going to be fun. And the bamboo dress is all painted. I've just got to paint my bugs on it, and then it's done as... Oh no, that's a skirt, sorry. That's the bamboo dress. So many things I'm working on, you see. I'm a hard at work kind of girl. So this one is painted. Yes, there it is. This one is painted, and I've got to put the bamboo bugs on it. But yes, it is painted. So I'm almost there, over 50% of the way. So I was perfectly happy painting away at my bugs and enjoying doing it and thinking I had some good bugs. And then my brain went off on a tangent and said I ought to make some bug jewellery with all sorts of bits and pieces. So now I'm painting plastic bugs and fitting them with bits of metal and cutting things up to make wings and getting jewels out and all sorts of things I was not supposed to be doing. But you know, sometimes you can't help yourself. Anyway, I will continue my craziness. And I'm going to crack on so that I can get on and do you a try on. Okay, my dears, catch you later. Bye for now.